I'm picking my shoes, I'm picking the litter, I'm pushing the limit.
It's week 6 of the NFL, and our focus is on Kyle Pitts. He's coming off one of his biggest games in both yards and touchdowns last week. It's the Eagles and the Giants on Monday Night Prime Time.
We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River, and we've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight we finish off week 6 with a good Monday nighter, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any games.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 19 carries, 117 yards, and a touchdown.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get into round numbers. So, 10 is really the goal. And this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring out the 3rd down. You look at this Eagle defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. 1 in running the ball, 1 in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
We'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And normally in this spot we talk about passing numbers from last week, but this time it's all about the rushing. 3 times he found the end zone in his last ball game. He is a do-everything quarterback, and you have to expect we'll see him call his own number here as well.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. George Pickens, his intended receiver there. And it's 2nd down.
Hey, 73.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's got this to Pickens. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Taylor. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kyle Pitts, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your run. Versus, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Here's Hurts to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown! Jonathan Taylor from 4 yards out. And the Eagles have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
They go play action with Hurts. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. Touchdown, Eagles! George Pickens, 35 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens. Although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Called at a very strong gain of 24. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation.
Alert! Alert!
Running left, it's Barkley. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
And the Giants first down.
Hey, reload, catch.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. They'll set up a throw. His throw incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball in a passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every bat.
He's got a man, complete. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Paris Campbell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him?
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try to keep getting open.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Good job there getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Play action. Here's Hurts. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? But first down, Hurts. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to...
Touchdown, Giants! From 10 yards out, and the Giants are back within a score. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return, and he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Eagles to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught downfield by Pickens. A big play there for Philly. 46 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. Dances by him. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards one. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he returns this to the 22. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've seen what was a comfortable 21-0 lead go completely by the wayside. Now 21-all as they take over first and 10.
63. You all low.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts being chased out left. This one into the hands of Pitts. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Well, he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line. So if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple of more times.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Rolling to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over it. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Footing always a concern, but the extra points are the good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Barkley, inside handoff. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Saquon Barkley. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from evening this one up. The York on now for the extra point. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Going deep here for Watkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 32 on the play. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They're going to look to throw. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown. A great play there. 62 yards. And the Giants will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. The extra point by York is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's down the field and caught by Pitts. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Giants are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 3. Now throw right side here going to be incomplete.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem there's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw again. To the sideline and incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. And Charles, I mean, look, you don't bench a starter of his caliber, but 4 first-half interceptions. How do you handle it from here?
Well, the easy thing is right away you try and run the football, take some pressure off of him. But you know the defense understands that as well. My second thing is give him throws that are safer, throws that he's confident in, the ones that he likes to make. And that way, you try and get his confidence back up.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 28-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. Open man downfield is Chase. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window. for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
73. 73.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. A quick throw, but incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find a completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Hurts. And that will be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, Silver. Call up Yeti.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he's in. Eagles touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And Saquon going to have a Giants first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Chase Young able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And here's Rodgers on the return. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air,
Three things can happen, and two of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Go Silver, ready? No, sir.
Here's Hurts to throw. Steps away to his left. That's going to be caught by Pitts. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34.
They keep looking his way, and he certainly keeps delivering. That puts him just shy of 200 yards receiving now for the game. And I've got a feeling they'll keep calling his number until the end. Got to wonder, if you're on defense and you know he's getting the ball, can't you make an adjustment?
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jamar Chase, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. They begin with a run by Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 116 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. 2nd down and inches. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And shutting through the 10. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Inside the 10. Touchdown. Giants. Saquon Barkley. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Giants have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. They go play action with Hurts. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On play action, they'll throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Understanding he's just down 1 possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
Second and 10.
63.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Azeez Ojulari in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And in the second half of a tied game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Here he goes. Jalen Carter drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Rodgers to return it. They scored on a 36-yard punt, and the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
A shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And the Giants send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. 31 yards on the punt there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. This is 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Second down. Here's Hurts. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here for an injured player, and that's Jamar Chase, who is in some obvious discomfort right now. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. From the gun, it's Taylor. Oh, fighting off the defender. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with career touchdown number 70. And the Eagles have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Giants now down by 7. A minute 38 to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll look to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Back to throw.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time now on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. He's back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for third down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are likely going to win it. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Going deep here for Watkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Hey, Silver. Guys, right.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Hurts out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Throwing is Hurts. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. But a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lanyard
great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Philadelphia, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at